Look at your little background. That's hilarious.
My daughter made that for you guys.
Oh, tell her thank you so much and hello to her. That is adorable.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Joel.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Hang on. Oh, yes. There it is. Lovely. Very, very festive and appropriate.
Well, it says for King and Country. Did you not read that?
No, I know. I can see it. But even the lines tie into our For King and Country layout with the lyric videos. It's just very...
Well, we tried to get the ampersand in there, but we couldn't find it.
Oh.
So we had to spell out and.
Well, yeah, there you
That's
go.
okay.
But depending on how old your daughter is, spelling out and might be a good exercise.
Guys, they tell me I have 10 minutes with you, so we're going to have to dive in. You ready for this?
Let's rock.
All right. Congratulations on Artist of the Year with the Dove Awards.
Thank you. I was saying to someone earlier, Sarah, it was a festive day because you had the Dove Awards, which was a big moment in and of itself. We were very fortunate to open it with Lecrae and Tony Williams and the night that is. And then we had a show in Texas that day, and we released our Christmas record that day, and we released our Christmas music video for Little Drummer Boy, which was a big moment. So it was a day we will not forget on a lot of levels, namely receiving such a kind award from the GMA Association.
Let's talk about this epic video for Little Drummer Boy. For King and Country fan, there are so many treasures hidden throughout, like nods to your previous music videos. And then Luke, your son, Phoenix, he's the one that I do want to know. There's a lot of walking in this video. Did he ever get to the point where he was like, Dad?
Yeah, I will say this. I mean, Joel, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but there was he was on the edge, particularly the first day. Was he's only 5 years old, so he practiced really hard. I mean, he worked hard to get to where, because we weren't actually sure that he was going to be good enough to do it, because in a roundabout way, hindsight's 20/20. But in the past, we were thinking, a kid who's 7 or 8 would be like perfect. But you can't just go find a kid that's 7 and 8. And then the other thing is if he wasn't my son, I think they can only work like 4 hours a day or something like that. And so it just doesn't make any sense. So there were a couple moments that it was like, hey, Dad, how many more times do we have to shoot this? And I'm not the director. So my brother Ben is the director. So I said, hey, you got to go ask Uncle Ben. He's going to tell you. And so he would always have to go, and he'd go, Uncle Ben, how many more times we got to do this? And
there was one pinnacle moment the first night where Luke and I had a discreet conversation, and they were all night shoots as well. So you have this other layer.
3 a.m. one morning.
Yeah, where you've got sleep deprivation, honestly, as a part to play. I went to Luke and I said, hey man, I just, is he going to be able to do this? Do we need to? Because if we're gonna pivot, we need to move right now. But there was a second moment that night, just not to belabor it, where he figured out that he might actually get paid something for it, and he was very excited about his payment for the music video. So.
All of a sudden, he's motivated. He's motivated. Well, Here's the deal: to be a part of your family means you've got a strong work ethic. So much of your family, your sister designed your guys' logo. If you go on tour, there's your dad. Like, it's basically just the whole Small Bone family. And even baby Jesus in this is played by your nephew.
Oh, right. Sarah, you've done your research.
You have done your research. My.
Baby Jesus in the official music video. Hey, sweetie. Is
Hi, Moriah.
Sarah Taylor says hi, sweetie.
Hi, Sarah Taylor.
I've got my AirPods in, so she can.
Oh, got it.
But,
okay, so keep going about your nephew.
So we well, speaking of my wife is actually very it's a full and family affair. A little fun fact I've not shared with everyone. When we were coming up with the cover, originally the cover of the album had just Luke and myself on it, and this is coming back to Phoenix indirectly, but. And Luke had the drum on it, and when I showed it to Moriah, she said, it's all illustrated. She said, I just think that it's a Drummer Boy Christmas. You need to have the drummer boy in the front and be following the drummer boy. And so I went back to the illustrator and I said, hey, would you put put a little boy in front? And honestly, those domino effects from that to this music video was the drummer boy kind of became that central theme again. So it's a full family affair. And then the culmination of A Drummer Boy, the music video is, it culminates in seeing baby Jesus, spoiler alert, which actually happens to be our nephew, Daniel, our oldest brother's son. Daniel does all our creative design live. And they just had he's like 3 weeks old, Luke, or like a month old? He's very young.
Yeah, very young. So. Yeah.
You guys should probably thank them for timing, the bearing of children with a music video that works really well for you.
So strangely enough, we had a pick of actually 2 kids because our sister, that she had hers, and then Brooke had hers as well. So things are very bountiful and fruitful in the Smallbone family. Apparently, I mean, there's kids popping out everywhere.
It's true, including for yourself. After 3 boys, you and your wife found out you're expecting a baby girl. When is she due?
Yeah, January 13th. So we get into Christmas mode. We're doing these drive-in Christmas shows, release the Christmas album, and then once we get to about the 20th of December, we get into then baby mode of, okay, we've got Christmas and then also a baby coming, almost any day. So yeah, we're thrilled. We really wanted a baby girl, and obviously you can't plan those things. They're one of the few surprises left in this world, I think, is actually finding out if you're gonna have a boy or a girl. Mm-hmm. And so to have a little girl is something we've definitely had a desire for, and here we come.
Joel, there's a moment in the music video that makes you tear up at the end. You want to talk about it?
Oh yeah. Which, by the way, you have done your research. Thank you, Sarah.
She knows
really, she knows her stuff. Wow.
Wow.
I edited, so our brother Bren does all the directing, and he and I kind of tag team on the post-production. And so this particular video, I edited the whole thing together. And I edited it in chronological order. So I started at the top of the video and I worked my way all the way to the end, just to get the pacing and the feeling right. And so it wasn't until the end of the video that I pieced together, Phoenix walking up to the manger and offering his drum, and baby Jesus being in the manger, and just the feeling of that. And I watched it back. I sort of went all the way back to the top of the video, and I watched it through the first time, all the way through to that moment. And I was emotional. So then I pulled in a couple of our crew guys, our front of house engineer, Ralph Rivera, and his kind of right-hand man. And they're kind of burly, they're
tough
men.
guys.
They're crew. They're tough guys. That's it, Luke. They're tough guys. And I look up, Sarah, at the end of the video, and both of them are emotional as well. And that's when I kind of knew. I was like, man, if this video can reach these guys, the tough guys, then I think we've got something really special. So it's been really, I was so excited to premiere it on the 30th and just have the world kind of see it for, as we've just said, a load of reasons. Luke's son, our nephew, Moriah's kind of involvement in the whole thing indirectly as well. And then being the editor as well, I was very excited to show it to the world.
Well, we're thrilled to have it. I'm so grateful that you guys have your first ever full-length Christmas project. This is the year to release it, and we're going to link up to it in the show notes here. So Joel and Luke, thank you.
Hey, thank you, Sarah. Always good to see you. Always grateful for the conversation. So all the best.
Likewise.